The Torah is the 5 books of Moses. So where did the Talmud come from? Well, what we know is that when the written law was given at Mount Sinai, the 5 books of Moses, we know that an oral law must have accompanied it. One simple understanding of this is that if we did not have any oral information accompanying the written law, we would not even know the proper vowels to put with the different words so as to pronounce them properly. We would not know where to put the punctuation. And we simply wouldn't understand some basic commandments which the Torah really doesn't explain. And so we know there is an oral law that accompanied the written law. But it was an oral law, meant to be passed down orally and not written down. And so we have the written law, we have the oral law, all taught by Moses when he comes down from the mountain after the 40 days and 40 nights. Hundreds and hundreds, over 1,000 years later, is when the great sages began to realize that this oral information was beginning to be forgotten. And it was at that time that they had to make the difficult decision that the oral law must begin to be written down so it shouldn't be forgotten. And so the first compilation of oral law was the Mishnah, a very concise compilation of the oral law. Just enough for us to remember the vast body of the oral law. And then there ensued the Talmud, which began to extrapolate and expand on the Mishnah, which was a concise version of oral law, and give us a much more lengthy version of the oral law. The Talmud also includes many decrees that the rabbis put into place at different times in our history so as to protect the observance of the different laws of the Torah.